Honestly, I would say our toughest series was Minnesota. Those are the words of former Denver Nuggets guard Bruce Brown last summer when asked about the toughest opponent on Denver's path to the NBA Finals. Only 1 year later, the Minnesota Timberwolves are better and deeper than they were when these two teams faced off in the postseason last year. There is no doubt in my mind that this is going to be the best matchup in the West this year. Minnesota is built to be able to hang with Denver. The Nuggets have a massive front line with Nikola Jokic, Aaron Gordon, and Michael Porter Jr., who are each 6'9" or taller, and their size has made them one of the better rebounding teams in the league. The Timberwolves also have the size to match them with Rudy Gobert, Karl-Anthony Towns, and Jaden McDaniels. Minnesota led the league in defensive rating this season. The gap between the Timberwolves and the second best defensive team is the same amount as the second best defensive team to the 13th. Essentially, they are by far the best defensive team in the league. In the regular season series, the Timberwolves split with the Nuggets but held them to a little over 1 point per possession and had a plus 5.7 net rating in those 4 games. Denver averaged just 90.7 points per 100 plays, which would rank 28th in the NBA. Still, the Nuggets have Nikola Jokic. In their 4 games against each other, Jokic averaged 33 points, 12 rebounds, and 4 assists on almost 60% shooting from the floor and 40% shooting from deep. Even a pure defender like Gobert can't stop Jokic, but what sticks out about this stat line is the assists. Only 4.3 assists per game is obviously much lower than the 9.1 assists Jokic averaged in the regular season. Minnesota might not have an answer for Jokic, but it does have an answer for the pieces around him, which is where the series becomes harder to predict. The advantage the Nuggets have here is on offense. Denver was 5th in offensive efficiency this season, which was way higher than Minnesota, who were 16th. There was also a huge difference in how these teams operated in crunch time. In clutch minutes, which are games within 5 points in the final 5 minutes, the Nuggets were 3rd in offense, and the Timberwolves were 22nd. If the T-Wolves struggle late game as we saw throughout the regular season, this series will be extremely tough to win. Not only does Minnesota have a defensive game plan that has worked against Denver, but they are also the deeper team. Naz Reid and Jaden McDaniels both didn't play in the series last year, along with their new strong second line around them. In the series with the Lakers that just ended, Denver had a minus 8.4 net rating in the possessions with Jokic not on the floor and averaged just under 1 point per possession. Those bench minutes will make a massive difference in this series. It might be hard to believe that a team like the Timberwolves, playing in the conference semifinals for the first time since 2004, could take down the defending champions with the best player in the world, but it might be time to start believing. So, what is my final prediction? Believe it or not, I have the Timberwolves in 7. It's crazy I'm actually betting against Jokic because I had them winning it all until recently, but Anthony Edwards showed me that he's hungry for a ring right now and made me look like an idiot for taking the Suns over them. It also depends a lot on how Jamal Murray plays and how Cat plays. If either of these guys are hitting their shots, it can easily swing the series in their favor. But I think either way, this series will go to 7, and it'll be very entertaining to watch. But what do you think? Am I right? Let me know in the comments below, and like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for my next prediction.